Because when we started this group, the concept wasn't just a leads group, as we talk about all the time. The concept was a referral group. And who do we give referrals to? We give referrals to people we know, we like, and we trust. What is really the only way to get to know, to like somebody, and trust somebody? Anybody? Pay them off. Not quite what we're looking for. Anyone else?
Effective, but spend some time with them, get to know them.
What? Well, really, that's the tool. But you form a relationship with them. The only way to know, like, and trust somebody is you have to actually form a relationship with them. You have to get to know them. Sure, we have 60-second commercials here. Sure, we have the 10-minute presentation. But are you really getting to know somebody about their background? What's important to them? Are they getting to know you? What's important about you? That is what a one-to-one is about. The more you can get to know somebody, the more likely you are to refer them. And these sheets were designed actually in the very beginning of the group. They were actually meant to be emailed to a person before you actually have your one-on-one so they can get to know you a little better. So maybe where you're not perfect in conversation, you actually have some starting points in a one-on-one where you kind of learn about them first. And that's what these sheets are about. They're also what we'd like to institute this year. We've done it in the past, or I'm kind of throwing it out there, but I'd like to bring it back, is when you fill out the member biography, right before somebody gives their presentation of the week, Dave can tell you a little bit about them from that member biography sheet. A nice little introduction. So it's kind of for, there's two purposes, but really the main one is to get to know you. And I have not been emailing them out before, but I hand them out each time I meet with somebody, the sheets. And I'd really going to start instituting, trying to mail them out before I meet with them, reminding them that we're having a one-on-one. And what are these sheets? The first one is the biography. Very simple information. Nothing to it, just your name, what your business is, your spouse. Through the time, this is again my sixth year, starting my 6th year in the Referral Partnership. I didn't have a spouse. I didn't have a child. These things have to be updated. All right, and mine has been updated throughout time. You put in your hobbies. What are you interested in? Maybe again you could form that connection. Are you a hunter? Are you a skier or a snowboarder? Do you like to cook? Do you like to tailgate? Like one of us in here, myself. Where do you live? How long have you been in Boulder or in the Colorado area? What is your burning desire to do? And there's a couple of something interesting on here. My burning desire is to what? All right? Again, these are things that we can now know about you. It helps us know, like, and trust you when we know these types of details. And then something that no one knows about you. Something that's unique, yes?
Question, do we scan them and upload them somewhere? I mean, what do we do with them once we have them?
So we would like you to either fill them out today, would be wonderful, or you can type them in, because they were all emailed to everybody digitally in an Excel spreadsheet, so you can type them in on Friday. So you can write them out and scan them in, or you can type them in. I type mine in, and now I have a digital version of it that I always use for people. So you could do one or the other. I would like everybody today, though, to take a few moments, and you can start writing down this information. And then if you want, feel free to type it in at home. But I am going to have one-on-ones with each of you over the next few months. And I would like to see this. And every time I see this, I will recognize the person for providing it to me. That's the carrot. The other side of that is every time I don't see one of these, I will also recognize you during the meeting for not having one of them. So that's all I'm going to do. We'll call you out in a positive way, maybe call you out in a negative way. It's a wonderful thing to have these things. And this is the bio. So this is the first sheet that we'll have on there. I've been asking for people to do these for 5 years now. So maybe by, giving a little positive feedback or negative feedback, that we could probably start getting it done. Which is why I'm doing this today for you guys.
So we put you down as burning desires to have these.
One of my burning desires in life is to have these one-to-one sheets completed. Yeah. How much time? Yes, Perry?
Being a part of the application process.
Yeah, but unfortunately you're all members already. So I will do that. And I think that's a great idea. We should do that. And we're also going to make part of the application process signing up for setup and cleanup. signing up for your presentation right away. So we get people, hitting the ground running. And I think that's actually a fantastic idea. But we have 26 members. We're actually 26 strong active members that we have in TRP, which is fantastic. But there's only one, as far as I know, that have these sheets completed. So let's, and he's standing here doing the presentation. So let's work on this. Steve is the second most tenured member of the
I
group.
saw hers.
Cool. Kate, you have yours?
Yes,
Oh, all right, fantastic.
and
I didn't know
gave my
everybody else
copies
in the
to
room.
Deborah Singh.
All right, there you go. I take it back. Our last membership coordinator is on the ball. I take it back. So that's 2 of our 26. So the next one here is the games worksheet. Okay, so take a moment, fill out your bios as much as possible. But on the gains worksheet, what does the GAIN stand for? It stands for goals, accomplishments, interests, networks, and skills. Maybe somebody notices one of your networks and wants to, be able to help get referrals from there. Or didn't you have a unique skill that's not just in your business, but that can be used, again, to increase that know, like, and trust. So this is another one in here. Goals, accomplishments, interests, networks, and skills. So, I see some people writing, I don't see other people writing. The next one, here's the contact worksheet. This is the power team, and we actually have had in the past, we have had workshops on power teams. Power teams are the people who will give you 3/4 of your referrals in this group. We have a few different power teams in the room today. We have the financial power team. That's the power team I'm in. I'm a financial advisor. Keith is our bankruptcy and estate attorney. Allison is our family attorney. Kim is our banking, our personal banker. Chris is our liability attorney, right? Personal liability attorney, that's right. Dave, of course, he's in our power team as insurance. Steve as life and health. Also, in the financial power team, we're going to refer Jim as our mortgage broker. We're going to refer the most business to each other. And even Brent falls certainly in the power team, but Brent falls in a lot of teams since everybody does credit cards these days. But we're going to give each other. I give Jim plenty of referrals, and he sends them back to me. All right? That's how it works.
You're missing a week or two where I haven't received.
You haven't received a referral the last couple of weeks? I'm sorry about that. So, and he just gave me a good referral recently. Then, what are some of the other power teams we have in here? We have a construction power team. Bart is in that team. Paul is in that team. We have, who else is in that team?
Barbie would be.
That's right. We have Mike in that team. We have Gordon would certainly be in that team. Barbie is in that team. And then we have the personal services team. Professional services, business services, where we have Mike, where we have Perry, where we have Deborah Sue, where we have Rob over there. So there's different, of course Alicia is in the financial team as well. Thank you, sorry. Get my ass kicked. So it's the power team. So what we want you to do is first of all write down who's in your
left
power
out
team.
health and wellness.
There's the health and wellness team that we now have a new member to, Maddie. We have Jackie as a part of that team.
And Jack.
And Jack, of course, part of that team. So those are the people we're going to be able to refer to you. So we want you to do, my team, surprisingly enough, is actually pretty full on the financial team. There's not many other people on the financial power team that I'm looking for, all right? But certainly in the healthcare team, we're looking for more. In the construction team, I know we're looking for more people. So those are the people. So when you write those down and you send them to somebody on the one-on-one, then maybe they can say, I know that person. I know a person in that category. Let me invite them to the group to help you increase your power team by helping you then increase your referrals. So another really good tool is making who is your contact spirit set, but who is your power team? Who is the people? They could be in the group, they might not be in the group, but let's help each other figure out who they are so we can increase the membership with the right members. They're going to help each of you individually. And then the last sheet here, the last 10 customer worksheet. This is actually one that is as good for you as it is good for the person you are giving it to. For you, it helps what Deborah Sue talks about all the time. Who are you really working with? What is your niche? Identifying the people that you're working with, okay? Writing them down. Who are the last 10 customers you work with? Not just the last 10, but the last 10 customers you actually wanted to work with. Because there are customers in there that, they didn't really fit my niche. They didn't really fit what I'm trying to do, but I work with them anyway. All right? We want the people who you really wanted to work with, those last 10 people. Obviously, you don't put the names down here, but a little description. You know, husband and wife, 53 years old, wants to retire. Huh?
I thought you were supposed to put the names.
Names on the last 10 customers? Well, I can't put names. It's confidential information.
I can't put names.
So you could put names if you wanted to, but for me, it's confidential information.
Company types.
You could put company types. You know, a lot of the people in this group the information is not necessarily confidential. Certainly Jack, Alicia, the financial people in here, Steve, Jim, Allison, all the lawyers. We can't put any customer information. Even when we're giving referrals out, we have to be very, very careful. So we just put generic. Hey, it was a husband and wife. They're 52 and 53 years old. They're working at Ball. They're transitioning into early retirement, and they needed help financial planning and help with their investments. All right, that was a great customer for me. A 23-year-old person who just received a $500,000 inheritance. It's a great, they have no idea what to do with their money. They can go ahead and spend it all real quickly in Europe and on nice cars, or they can save it going forward. That's a great customer for me. So it helps me identify what I'm looking for, and then it helps you get the brain firing, trying to think, oh, I know somebody in that category. I know somebody who fits that description. Let me make that referral to you. Again, helping into one-to-one process, making them as productive as possible. When you join this group, hopefully for most people in here, the money, $200 for the first year, $150 each year after, and $3 a meeting, is not a big deal. All right? If it's a big deal, we're not charging that much in this group. What is the big deal? What is something in this group that you're giving a lot? Time. It's time. We give a huge amount of time in this group. And we want to make our time as productive as possible. So not just for the meetings we want to make them, we want to have a good time, certainly, but we want to make them as productive as possible. And that's why Dave is up there following his agenda and leading the meeting. All right? But during our one-on-ones, and we ask them, we'd like you to do 2 a year with each of the members in here. There's 26 members. That's 1 a week. That could be easy math. That's 1 a week we want you to do. And when we bring it up to 30 members, that's more than 1 a week we are hoping you do. We want to make you that as productive as possible. We want you to find out about them personally, find out about them professionally, their likes, their dislikes, if you can know and like and trust.